Good morning and welcome to the Option Today and Volatility Report. I am Mark Sebastian and this is Option Pit. I want to remind you that none of this should be considered investment advice. Consult your financial professional. Options have risk. If you lose money, it is your fault. Hey, I'd like to remind everybody we've got this beginner boot camp coming up. Go to optionpit.com/begin camp. Or just check out our events page to get yourself registered. There'll be all sorts of awesome stuff to learn. Andrew and I have been going through the curriculum. If you're a beginner to options or even a little intermediate, it's going to be worth your time. So, optionpit.com/begin boot camp or begin camp. So now let's talk about the market. Well, that was quite the turnaround. I'm not sure I can remember a time where things tick that quickly and in such short order. I mean, take a look at how SPX moved today. It's pretty spectacular. Um, it's just been open down and then straight up like a V bottom. Now, is it going to stay that way? It might not. We might soften up a little bit, but that was still quite the rally, quite the strong move. And the only place where we're still really down is kind of the Dow and some of the oil names where there's some softness in. You can see some of the leaders yesterday like ExxonMobil uh, and CVX are now off a little bit. Oil is off a little bit, but there is a little softness in things. You can see bonds are actually off today. There were actually a little bit. More up movement in the currency as a Fed hike seems less and less and less likely. So that should weaken it up, which is why we're seeing that price action. And, things just got to a level. If you look at things from a daily chart perspective, I think we're still in the midst of a vol ramp, but we're due for a little bit of a one-day breather after just multiple days of ugliness. So we make it a nice breather today, and that's the way the market is setting up today's trade. Is today might be a breather. You might get yourself a little bit of a relax, a little green day after lots and lots and lots of ugliness. I would note we're up on the day and VIX is still positive, so there's still option buying. There's still VIX futures buying. All the vol products are up on the day. So there is still some serious fear, and nobody is looking at this market and saying it's healthy. On the day, yeah, we're probably going to go up. I think that the financials are probably an interesting play to potentially go long here, at least in the short term, maybe a one or two day rally. Longer term, I think that the cheapest vol out there is still FX vol. You know, the EVZ, if you watch EVZ, I mean, it's moved, but there's plenty of room for it to keep moving. It looks high in a 6-month chart, but it does not look that high in a 2-year, in kind of a 2-year chart. You can see where it could go. I mean, we could see vol get back to 13, 14, and bond vol is also a little bit of a value here relative to, while it's certainly spiked since we wrote, boy, bond vol's too cheap. It could go higher here, believe it or not. All right, despite being at kind of flash crashy levels in TLT. But keep an eye out for XLF. I think that's a name where maybe there's an opportunity to sell some out of the money puts. That's hitting some of the spike levels from earlier in the year. But yeah, keep an eye on those financials. I think a long trade is setting up with the financials, and as you can see, it looks like we found a bottom in some of these momentum stocks like Google and Amazon and Apple, where they're up nicely today, and the Nasdaq has gone down, flipped from down pretty significantly to now flattish on the day. Market still flat. You see the VIX is still bid, so all is not well. But it makes sense after multiple days of selling that we do get a breather, especially the way things kind of traded end of day yesterday. Okay, folks, if you got questions, you can email me, marketoptionpit.com. You can call me 888-TRADE-01. I hope everybody has a great morning, and I'll talk to you soon.